Oxumaré, the Orixá who drew the rainbow in the skies. They say that Oxumaré didn't really like the rain. Every time she gathered her clouds and wet the earth for a long time, Oxumaré would raise his bronze knife against the sky and make threats to it. With this, he made the rain disappear, and in its place the rainbow appeared. One day, Oxumaré caught a disease that left him blind. He called Oshumare, who was able to cure him of his blindness. However, Oxumaré was still afraid that he might lose his vision again, so he didn't let Oxumaré return to Earth. To have Oxumaré close by, he determined that he should live with him, and that he could indeed travel to Earth from time to time, but only for visits. While Oxumaré is not coming to Earth, everyone can see him with his bronze knife in the sky, always drawing a rainbow to stop the rain. Oshumare was a Babalawo who served the king of Ife. But he was not a man of much fame. He had no power or wealth. He felt somewhat humiliated. Humiliated like his father also was. His father, who was also known as the Lord of the Colorful Chalet. Oshumare was so sad that he went to a fortune teller, and this one passed on to him a ritual to become powerful and also very rich. He should offer 4 pigeons, a bronze knife, and a good amount of cowries, which would be special shells. Oshumare was obedient and began to make his offering. But exactly at that moment, the king asked to call him. Oshumare even said he would go, but only when the ceremony was over. The king was enraged by Oshumare's audacity and stopped paying a debt to him. When Oshumare returned to his home, he received a call from Olokun, who was the queen of a neighboring country. She was calling for him because she urgently needed a cure for her son. Oshumare consulted Ifa and made the necessary offerings and was able to heal Olokun's son. As a reward, she gave him some wealth, horses, slaves, and a beautiful blue cloth. When he returned to his home with all his treasures, he went to see the king. And he was very astonished because before Oshumare was very poor, and of course he asked about the gifts, and Oshumare quickly spoke about the healing of Olokun's son. And the king, who had a very innate rivalry with anyone, did not want to appear less than Olokun. So he gave Oshumare a red outfit and many, many gifts. And that's how Oshumare became rich and respected. Oshumare was a very handsome young man and was very, very envied by many men. His clothes had all the colors of the rainbow, and his jewels were so bright that you could notice them even from afar. Everyone wanted to get close to the handsome Oshumare. Women and even men wanted to seduce him into marriage. But Oshumare, as incredible as it may seem, was very restrained and solitary. He preferred to walk alone across the celestial dome, where everyone usually saw him on rainy days. Once, in the middle of these walks through the dome, Xango ended up seeing Oxumaré with all his beauty, his outfit, and his medals. Xango knew about the boy's reputation that he never let anyone get close, so he prepared a trap so that he could capture the Rainbow Man. Then he sent some of his men to invite Oxumaré to a meeting that would take place in his palace. And when Oxumaré took a step to enter the throne room, Xango's guards closed all the windows and doors as well. They left Xango and Oxumaré together, locked in there. The rainbow, of course, became desperate and began trying to escape in every way possible. But all the doors and windows were locked from the outside. Xango was trying in every possible way to catch Oxumaré and hold him in his arms, but Oxumaré seemed almost like a fish, always escaping, slipping from one side to the other. Seeing no other way out, Oxumaré began to ask for help. He asked Olorum for help, and Olorum heard his plea. Just as Xango was almost finally able to catch Oxumaré, suddenly, out of nowhere, the Rainbow Man began to turn into a snake. Xango, seeing this, began to feel very disgusted and very scared and let go of Oxumaré. The snake began to move across the ground, making quick and sinuous movements. She began to look for a place to escape, but it didn't take long. She found a hole that was between the door and the floor, and through there she escaped. Through there escaped the Oshumare. That's how Oshumare managed to escape from the trap and from the arms of Xango. When both Oshumare and Xango were made Orixás, it was the Orixá of the rainbow who had to carry water from the earth to Xango's palace, there in the land of Orun in the spiritual world. But Xango could never, ever, no matter how hard he tried, get close to Oxumaré. Oxumaré was the son of Nana, the female Orixá, who was responsible for man on earth. In his destiny, it was written, as incredible as it may seem, that for 6 months he should be a monster. And in the other 6 months, he should be a beautiful woman. Little by little, the woman that Oshumare had become began to rebel against her own mother. All of this because, no matter how hard she tried, she could never have a healthy love relationship with anyone. This is because, when everything was fine between her and her partner, she would end up becoming a monster. This scared and made her lover leave. One day, Oshumare ended up meeting Xango, the messenger, Orixá. Xango ended up making the conflict between Nana and Oxumaré even bigger. Xango managed to put in Oxumaré's head that Nana should pay for the torment her son was going through. Xango also told him that he should take the crown of Geje, which belonged to his mother Nana. Oxumaré then went to his mother's palace and in his snake form began to terrorize everyone present. Nana pleaded with him not to kill anyone, trying to distract him from his goal. But in the end, there was no way. Nana had to hand over her crown, and Oshumare was crowned king of the Geje. Oshun was Xango's wife, but she was almost always upset with Oshumare. Oshumare was the most handsome and attractive man in that place. This, of course, filled Xango with jealousy. One day, unable to bear the possibility of losing his oxum to Oxumaré, he decided to challenge his rival to a duel. When the two finally met, they began a fight that lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. Xango was the most skilled of the warriors. He had won several battles and won many wars. On the other hand, Oxumaré used his ability to tame snakes, sometimes even transforming into one, to escape from the deadly attacks of Xango's axe. But Xango won. He killed Oshumare, and everyone mourned the death of such a handsome young man, even his mother, the inconsolable Nana. She sought the help of Oludumare, who, from the death of Oxumaré, transformed him into a rainbow to always live in the skies. Well guys, that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video by leaving a like or dislike, subscribe to the channel, and if you want any video, leave it in the comments, okay? Thanks, bye, see you. Adriana Zanoro.